So for those of you guys on YouTube watching, we're about to get started with the Building 101 call. For those of you, we're going to really get into the information. Those of you that just hopped on, shout out to you guys. You're in the right place at the right time with the right people. That's one thing my mentors always told me. And just kind of going in a little bit more detail of what I was just talking about. Once I started to actually reach out for help, that's when I went straight from P6 to P1K. And then, I was stuck at P1K for a while. And really, like, my massive growth happened when I was literally I went over, I talked to Gustavo, I talked to Ricky, I was talking to Darwin. I was talking to them almost every day. And what happened was I just decided to copy them. I really stopped trying to think of solutions by myself and actually said, you know what, these guys know what they're talking about. Let me go ahead and see what they know and just kind of do what they do. And that's really should always be your approach when it comes to this business, is find someone who's doing it. What I love about this business and Eye.Am Mastery Academy is you can truly be yourself and still be successful. You don't have to pretend to be someone that you're not. You don't have to pretend to be a mentor. You don't have to pretend to be a master trader. And you don't have to be those people either. And guys, when it comes to building a business, it's very simple. It really is a numbers game. I am someone that always talks about the spiritual side and the energy side of things, which that is 100% valid in all situations. But you understand that it's literally numbers. It's really literally numbers can get you to the next level. So, well, when it comes to 2 and free, we'll really start with 2 and free tonight. Really just, and you haven't had someone join your business in a while, maybe you should get your 2 and free again. And, I think that's something that really makes sense. One thing that I learned is when it comes to 2 and free, it really is a numbers game. It doesn't matter how bad you are. And the thing is, guys, you don't have to be a good speaker. You don't have to have a great personality. You don't have to have any of those things. What you need to do is call enough people and say the right thing and say it the right way on the phone. Real brief, real short, real to the point, guys. When you're talking to someone, first of all, it starts with the list. It literally starts with the list. And there's all kinds of categories that you can get into when it comes to the list. But the bigger the list, the bigger your business. But, a lot of times we write the list, we forget about it. We forget to call the people on the list. But guys, let's just say, for example, man, if you talk to 100 people, and let's say you are terrible at, you don't know what to say. Let's say you literally just mess up every time. You're literally failing, like epic failure, right? And you still could probably still go ahead and sign up 1 out of 10. Still go ahead and sign up 1 out of 10, even if you're terrible, even if but the thing is, guys, we get over this thing is called fear. And for some reason, we're afraid to talk to other people. And I'm going to tell you 2 or 3 things that I've learned that took away the fear from me. And guys, I am someone that had some of the most major fears, just like probably a lot of you. And I was afraid to call someone that I did not know. I was afraid to look at someone in the eye and say something to them, and why was that? Because I was trying to do it by myself. That's why. I was afraid to reach out to not only Gustavo Ray, but I was afraid to actually pick up the phone. So it's like, these fears really don't exist. When you really understand and truly know why you're doing the business, these things are such small obstacles in your head that you can go right through. Literally, it's so simple, guys. Why are you doing the business? Okay, you need to hit a certain rank to have a certain income. Okay, why do you need this certain income? Well, it's because you need to either quit your job, maybe have extra money to pay for some extra bill. Maybe in this time period that we're in right now, maybe you lost your job, and really you realize when these certain things are happening in your life, you need to use your pain to fuel you. Don't use your pain to actually hold you back and use it as an excuse. Use your pain to say, this pain is the reason why I need to go hard at this business. That is exactly why. And those people, typical average person, they're going to use something difficult as an excuse. But the most successful people I know, don't even know they're going through difficult times because they stay consistent no matter what. No matter what happens, staying consistent. That's what I really love. Just seeing Gustavo and the consistency of him going off call after off call after off call after off call every single day. And it's just great to see. Love Gustavo, love Ray, love Ricky, my mentors. Shout out to all of them. Shout out to Isela. I don't know if she's on the call. She just hit Platinum 1000. Shout out to Ibrahim, just hit Platinum 600 today. And my apologies, there's a couple P150s that just hit today. I didn't double check. But we have had so many ranks actually pop in the last few days, the last couple weeks, and you guys can be one of them as well. And I'm gonna give you, I said 3 things for the fears, and then I'm gonna go with 3 things, kind of just going all over the place. That's kind of how it goes sometimes, guys. Stay focused, right? So 3 fears, 3 ways to get over the fears down there. And then over here, just so I don't forget, we're going to go ahead and say 3 essential skills. And it's the skills that I'm going to get into the skills first. The skills, guys, you got to understand it. You don't have to be the best presenter. You don't have to be the best personality, the best looking person. Like, none of that matters. It's really simple, guys. Learn and master these skills. Inviting, right? Inviting, edifying, and promoting. I think these are your top 3 skills. You can literally only do those 3 and go ahead and go straight to Platinum 1000. And I promise you this, guys, some people, you don't believe me, you haven't done it, you know, and sometimes, guys, really just realize you can literally, I know people that did not do, or there was people in a team that I saw, guys, they actually had people hitting Platinum 2000, 5000, Chairman 10, and none of those people even spoke at the events. It's really crazy when you think about it. You know, we typically think we have to be the one that has to do everything, you know, because we're kind of programmed to think of as an employee, right? We think we have to do all the hard work to get the results. We think we have to do the most hours to get the littlest result for whatever reason, guys. Think about this, guys. You can master inviting. What does that mean? You can go through more numbers, right? If you can look at this as a numbers game, hopefully this can remove your fear, right? 100 people, if you know you're gonna call 100 people and you commit to that, you don't care what one person says. You don't care if you get 10 no's in a row. You have a list of 100 people. I literally don't need you. And if you don't want me, I don't want you. And you gotta think of it like that. You're the person that has the value to share. They need what you have. And if they don't, that's awesome. I'm gonna find someone who does. I'm gonna find someone who does. And that's how you gotta think. So when it comes to inviting, guys, simple skill set, but keep it short and simple, guys. Short and simple, right to the point. You know, you really don't have to overcomplicate this. And the main thing is, when it comes to inviting, we can definitely go deeper into the skills on another call, but just to keep it simple, you're in a hurry. You do not need them. You're giving them the opportunity to check out the information. That is your mindset of it. Hey, you don't even have to say much. And the less you say, the better off you're going to be. Because what messes up beginners, a couple of mistakes beginners make is they try to go immediately to social media, and what happens is people pretend like they know what they're doing before they do. And what happens is the people that know you, they can literally see right through that. They can literally see, oh, this person, especially us young people, guys, you know, I've experienced this myself. People that are much older than you, they think they know it all when it comes to investing your money, and they think, oh, a kid, they don't know anything, I'm not going to listen to them. And you know, the way you can get through that nonsense is to not pretend. You don't have to be the expert. Honestly, it works better for you if you approach this as the student. You say, hey, I am a student to this. I'm learning. The people that I'm working with are highly successful, making a ton of money, and compliment them. Say, hey, I remember you. You were really smart, had a positive attitude. People liked you back when I remember you. So I thought you would kill it in my business. I thought you would actually make a lot of money in my business. And you know, I figured I'd go ahead and reach out to you. I have a list of 20 people. My mentors told me there's only 5 spots. So I just want to know, will you be one of those 5 spots? And it's literally a yes or no question. And if they have all these questions to ask you, the important thing is say, listen, man, I don't have a lot of time. Like I said, I have a pretty big list of people. Just let me know, will you be there or not? Anytime they ask you what it is or what it's about, you don't go into the information. You don't say what FOREX is. You need to be the trailer to the movie, not the movie. You need to be a good promoter, okay? And when you're promoting, it's not only promoting the opportunity call, it's also promoting the trainings. It's also promoting other people's success. It's also posting rank flyers, whether they're on your team or not. It's about doing those things. That's what can get you to the next level. So writing the list, 100 people, or whatever number it is for you guys, the bigger the business, the bigger the list, the bigger the business. Keep it simple. You have something that you think they would be good at. You don't have time to explain, but if you want the information, the call will be at 7 p.m. or 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. Will you be there? Yes or no? And if they persist to ask more questions, hey man, I guess it's not you. I guess I'm gonna get to the next person. Appreciate your time. Boom, done like that. But where beginners mess up is it's like they need the person to join their team so bad that they want to go ahead and give them 30 minutes, an hour of their time. And one thing my mentors taught me, guys, say less to more people. So if you have 30 minutes on one person, you could have talked to 10 people 3 minutes each. And what is the formula? Remember, you have to talk to 10 people to get one sign up because you're brand new and you don't know what you're doing yet. Okay, well, would you rather spend 3 minutes with 10 people or 30 minutes with one person? That's what one of the beginner mistakes that I always see time to time is they try to spend too much time trying to convince someone to join. Oh, I got to convince you, you're my friend. There's only 3 people I'm close friends with. I got to make sure they join. So I got to talk to them for hours and hours and hours. And guys, the least amount you say, the better it off for you. You want the first time they see the information to be on the opportunity call with Gustavo. Or if you have a recorded video, whether it's, there's all kinds of recorded videos online with Emery, you've got Jason Brown has one, Gary McSween or Justin Owens. Like, there's so many different ones you can use. But when it comes to the opportunity calls, the whole idea is you tell them FOREX, or if you say Eye.Am Mastery Academy, it gives them the opportunity to do prior research. And the whole point of an event or a presentation is for them to see that information for the first time when their emotions are at a heightened state. And the whole point of this, guys, and actually I'm going to go ahead and add one more skill to this. And this one is following up. So the whole point of the follow-up is you have to follow up fast enough to where they still are emotionally involved with the idea. You have to get their emotions involved with the idea. That's why I love and I'm so grateful for Gustavo for doing opportunity calls every day at 3 p.m., right? Every day at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for me, whatever time that is for you. And he's so good at getting his emotions and putting his heart into the calls so he can really go ahead and get their emotions intact. Because that's literally, people make decisions based off of their emotions, so if you can go ahead and do everything on the spot, just like this, just like that, it's going to increase your level of success much faster. And when it comes to following up, guys, you have to keep an organized list. And when someone says yes or no to get on the call, you just got to know where you're at with it. You got to know, if you go ahead and look at Aragori and GoPro, or if you go ahead and look at Holden Bugs, they have some pretty detailed ways of going through this. And, what I decided to do, guys, was instead of trying to give you guys all the information tonight, why don't I go ahead and give you guys the videos and the recorded trainings that I've learned? How does that sound? Would you guys like to see this information, the recorded videos, the best way, the most simple ways to do these skills, things that I study on a day-to-day basis? I'm going to go ahead and drop them for you guys. And one of the reasons why I believe I was able to learn these skills so quickly was because I would listen to the information over and over and over and over. And it's like, if you were looking at me from the outside in, you would think I'm a psychopath. You would think I was crazy because there's headphones in my ears almost 24 hours a day. And most people won't be willing to do that. But the guys, what I've learned is the psychopaths in this business make this psychopathic money. They make this psychotic money. The people that will do the things that seem crazy to the normal, typical, average person. And the more crazy you get with this business, the more crazy your results will be. And, that's only for the people that really want to go above and beyond. If you're on this call, that's probably you. That's probably you, right? You want to get to the next level. You want to get to the next rank. And when it comes to promoting, I'm going to say pretty much one last thing. Wrap up these next 5 minutes, because the next speaker that I have on, he's the one I've been talking about probably half this call already, Wallstreet Ray. You guys already know who he is. I'm going to put him on here in about 5 minutes. And before I do, guys, I want to give you guys the psychology of the opportunity calls. And whether you guys are doing your own op calls as well, I'm telling you guys, you want to capitalize. While Gustavo is doing these calls at 3 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, not only that, Christopher Derrick, Term 25, he's also doing them at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time every single day. And the psychology of the opportunity calls, when it comes to making emotional-based decisions, when people see that there are other people involved, it makes them excited. So, whether you run an op call with 5 people or 10 people, it's really going to do you the psychological trick when they have 100 people on. There's like 100 people on every call Gustavo does, or Christopher Derrick, like literally 50, 100, 150 people on every op call. So when your prospect hops on and they see there's 100, 150 other people interested in it, it will literally make them interested by default. Because number one, people want what they can't have. And people also, when there's some type of competition aspect, they don't want someone else to do better than them. So if they see something that a lot of people are about to get in, and you explain the fact that placement is key, you got 100 people on the call and so on, guys, all psychology. So not saying to never do your own op calls, but make sure you're capitalizing on the ones that are going on. Gustavo is really killing these calls. And I'm going to give you like 3 or 4 different things to listen to when it comes to YouTube. Really simple things that give you the most detailed information that you need. And the number one, the most detailed I've ever seen it get was really Holding Bugs Cash Cow. That's something that Emery recommended to me a while back, something to listen to over and over and over. And he really gets into the numbers and math side of things. He gets into the energy and psychology and just really subtle details that you normally wouldn't hear from other people. Holding Bugs, multiple 8-figure earner in network marketing. So he's been in the industry for 20 plus years and really made a lot of money. And he's a person that really did psychotic things to get psychotic results. And when I say psychotic, I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I'm just saying it's so crazy and out of the norm of what a normal person would do that's why he got crazy amount of results. And I remember him saying in one of his videos that in the first week of one of his of a company that he launched, made $24,000 in his first week. He had qualified for earning $25,000 in his first week. So it's just crazy. And the reason why he did that was he was literally mastering the skills of inviting and edifying. And then he goes really deep into the list, following up and organizing everything. He really goes deep into it on Cash Cow, Holding Bugs. So if you want to go ham in this business, that is literally the one to just go over and over and over and over. I'm going to give you some general things here now. That's a specific CD, but it's recorded on YouTube, like 4 hours long. That's a specific one. But also, guys, you guys have probably heard me talk about it before, but Austin Godsey's YouTube was really what I've studied over and over and over and over and over. And a lot of you guys on this call as well, Kyle Prasad, he's the one that put me on to Austin Godsey back almost 2 years ago. And we're literally just listening, watching every video he has over and over and over. And one thing that I loved about Austin Godsey was I just loved that he wore these vibrant colors, these interesting outfits, got interesting tattoos on him, and he just kind of did it in a free way and kind of just however he wanted to do it. And that's what really inspired me to just go ahead and just do this business. However, whoever you are, you can be that same person in this business, and you're going to attract who you are, and the thing is, guys, a lot of times we try to be someone we're not, and people will literally just kind of feel that it's off on some level, and that's kind of why maybe a lot of people aren't hitting you up. But if you want people to hit you up, usually just being genuine, giving them value, give them value. One last thing, I know I said one more thing, but one last thing, guys, you're posting on social media, guys, give 80% value, 20%, mention what you do. Because if the thing is, if all you're posting is Forex, you're probably going to get blocked, right? If all you're posting is join my team or opportunity call, what's going to happen is people get annoyed or see the same message over and over and over. So what we want to do is give them so much value that by default they will join you whatever you do. That is your goal, is to get your image out there of someone that gives out value on a consistent basis. That way people will literally remember that you're posting and pay attention to your posts because they appreciate the value you're giving. So if you guys have not made a video yet, get videos out there. If you go to my Instagram, I listened to Emery, what Emery said. He said videos are where people get their emotions involved enough to feel your energy so that they can send you a message. If you're only giving them a caption or a little thing on your story, barely anyone reads that and they can't feel your energy. So you need them to feel your energy by making videos. Shout out to Jonah. He's someone that I've seen recently start making a lot of videos on a consistent basis. So, and I'm sure he's getting a lot more people hit him up because of that. And that's kind of the way it works. So Austin Godsey, you can also just check out a couple names. David Emanite, Alex Morgan. I really love their YouTube pages. And when it comes to, I'm going to give you 2 books and then I'm going to pass it over to Ray. When it comes to building the business, there's really a couple books, and my mentor has recommended these to me. And the first foundational one that everyone, if you've never read it, you have to read it. You literally should go order it right now. Like if you have $10, you should go to Amazon Prime right now and order this. How to Win Friends and Influence People. Okay, How to Win Friends and Influence People. It's not a network marketing book, but it's a building relationships and influencing people to your decisions book. And it gets very detailed. And there's also another one, How to Win Friends and Influence People of the Digital Age. They're a little bit different. They're a little bit different, but it's pretty much the same idea. And that's really the first one. And then there's GoPro. There's GoPro Ergory if you want to master the skills. And Building a Large Organization Here, Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. So these are the books you're going to want to read as you are learning and going throughout the process of building your business, guys. And I don't know about you guys, but drop a 333 if you're on this call because you want to go chairman. Just let me just be clear. Are we talking to people that want to go 2 and free? Or are we talking to people that want to go chairman, right? So if you want to go chairman, you're going to go buy all 3 of these books. You're going to go buy all 3 of these books, and you're going to go listen to Cash Cow over and over and over and over and over and over and over. And guess what? The only way you're going to get to Chairman 10 is by having Chairman 10 thoughts. And the only way to really think on that level is you have to listen to people that make way more money than you want to make. Way more money because their mind is programmed to do the right things over and over consistently, no matter what. So they're creating the right neural pathways in the brain. So, with that being said, that is my time on this call. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce the next person. You guys, he doesn't need an introduction. You already know Wallstreet Ray, Mr. Chairman 10, literally about to pop Chairman 25. And, he's someone that's helped me from the very beginning. So huge shout out to you, Ray. I appreciate you, bro. Love you, brother. I'm going to go ahead and unmute you and hand it over.
Yo, what's going on, family? First and foremost, I want to just say thanks, and I appreciate all you guys for hopping on this call. Huge shout out to Jordan, man. His story is just phenomenal. Somebody coming from a very small town in Illinois has been able to literally impact so many people. Travel all over the world at this point. And, it's just amazing to see the whole journey and, came from and the stuff that he's been able to. And that's what this it's not just about, bringing people in and hopefully they benefit you and help you get to your goals. But when you see the lives of people change, that's when you really realize that you're doing this thing, for the right reasons. Even when, regardless if you directly or indirectly, affect the people that's in your business. When you get to the rank of chairman, there's going to be people that you may not have ever even met before, but just understanding that the decision that you made a year ago, 2 years ago, however long ago, is something that put a bunch of these things into motion in a sense, right? So I just really want you guys to understand how important your contribution truly is to this entire organization, right? Understand how many people on this call would not be in a better situation than they were before if Jordan didn't make the decision to want to impact lives. Right, we all know Jordan is a multiple 6-figure trader. He could have easily been somebody that took the money, right, and stopped doing what he was doing. But understanding that this is somebody that's a selfless individual, there's no reason, there's no wonder why so many people have such a high amount of respect for this guy, right? This is somebody that constantly gives, and just by looking at him, you would never tell that, he's sitting on what he's sitting on, because he's more concerned about other people getting the spotlight. He's more concerned about giving for other people. He's more concerned about buying event tickets for his team than splurging on himself. That's what it really comes down to when it comes to being a chairman, right? Jordan's the first chairman on my team. We're about to pop another one in the next week. And it's a blessing, man, just because you see how the growth and the development, right? You guys see him right now at Chairman 10, but I want you guys to try to think back to the Jordan that was a P150 600. Do you think that he was somebody that was spiritually aligned only when he started making 6 figures, or was he spiritually aligned when the bank account didn't match the image that was in his head? Right? Understand something, guys. Like, Jordan is somebody that really propelled me into my spiritual development, understanding that everything is already done. And nobody will tell you better than him, guys. If you want anything in the outside world, you have to really first believe it on the inside first. Everything that we experience, right? Somebody had to think about this book. Somebody had to think about this cell phone. Somebody had to think about the clothes that you're wearing. Somebody had to think everything that we experience in our life, okay, is a reflection of the thoughts and the repetitive habits that we have in our life. Understand, guys, it takes no more effort and no more ability to make millions of dollars than it does to be poor, right? Because at the end of the day, there's some people that make millions of dollars. I think that Diddy, for example, wakes up and thinks that his job is more difficult than somebody that might work at Walmart. They hate their jobs, but why is somebody else getting paid so much more? Because we direct our energy in vehicles that's going to produce results. I want you guys to understand, none of us are any that's like that special, just being real. Like, me and Jordan was P1000 at the same time, at the same event. This is before we were making six figures, guys. Like, nobody knew who we were. But we just knew at the end of the day, we had the anticipation and we had the excitement that whatever we wanted out of this opportunity was already done. So you guys really have to understand, like, if you don't have an intense level of excitement about this opportunity, that means your level of belief is not high enough. Understand, we never wavered and we never faltered. Like, I had one instance where I almost gave up, right? I'll be honest. But after that, we had tunnel vision towards success, and we both hit Chairman 10 intentionally. Understand, people think that it's going to be a mistake. Like, every time when you take intentional action on every moment of your day, that's when you start taking huge strides towards success. That's why me and Jordan was able to go from P1000 to Chairman 10 in September. We both did it together because we took massive intentional action, guys, with every moment of our day. So understand something, like, yeah, we're giving you guys practical nuggets. We're telling you guys to invite. We're telling you guys to be consistent. We're telling you guys to post videos so that you can connect with your audience. But really understand, guys, if you do that stuff for a short period of time, nothing's going to matter. Because the people have to see the growth and the development in you and have to have faith that you have the ability to change their life. People aren't just going to give you $235 just because you asked for it or just because you presented them with an opportunity. But how eloquently do you speak, right? Do you understand what you're talking about when you talk on a call? How informed are you about this opportunity, right? And understand, there's no instruction manual on how to talk about Forex, right? There's no right and wrong way, essentially, on how you should present it, but you get better by doing repetition. You get better by plugging into the cause repetitively. You get better by making sure you show up every time there's an opportunity to learn. There should never be a time where a six-figure earner is speaking and the calls aren't packed out. There should never be a time where anybody on your team is speaking and the calls aren't packed out, right? Because that's the whole thing about living in your true purpose. If you know your purpose is here to impact other people, it's your obligation to plug in, because you can't lead people in the wrong direction. If you're not plugging in, you'll never be able to lead a massive group of people. You have to be able to effectively follow before you could lead. Because if you just try to take the lead right now, understand, you might be leading people in the wrong direction, because it's the blind leading the blind. But give yourself time to be coachable in this opportunity. Do exactly what these Chairman Up mentors, P5000 mentors, P2000, P1000 mentors are telling you to do, and do it long enough until you have a group of people that you could actually delegate responsibility to, right? Understand something, guys. We have to be able to follow before you can lead. This is how we decipher when, okay, you want to make your own chat, but you don't even have a group of people that can consistently run a schedule for the next 6 months. Understand, you're not in a position to lead yet. If you're trying to hit P150, you're trying to hit P600, your job is to promote and leverage the people with the results. We have people that are making multiple six figures a month, 7 figures a month, or whatever the case may be, multiple 6 figures a month. But instead of leveraging them, we want to leverage ourselves. Understand, guys, you can work as hard as you want to work, but there's a difference between working hard and working effectively. You have to do what's actually working and getting results a lot easier. That's how we see people coming in and hitting ranks so fast, and it's like, man, what am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? I'm working so hard. I made the list. I called 50 people. I talked to 50 people, but none of them signed up. But how many three-way calls did you do out of those 50 people? It's the minor details. Because I'm telling you, it could be one little tweak in your approach towards this business that opens up the floodgates for momentum, right? You can open up the floodgates of momentum just by getting your upline on a call rather than you trying to do it yourself, right? Decreasing the ego so that our back office volume can increase. I don't have to be the person that's heard all the time. To this day, I get people to leverage my calls. If I'm talking to somebody, hey, Nate, holler at this person real quick. I like how you break stuff down. So if I could pass the phone away as a Chairman 10, why can't everybody on this call understand? I love being put to work. Put us to work. That's why we're here, right? If you don't feel like you're harassing your upline, you're not working hard enough, period. You have to feel like you're harassing your upline. That's going to show your upline, first off, how bad you truly want it, right? Shout out to my boy Penthouse P, my boy Prescott, right? This guy calls me multiple times per day. We just built a relationship about 3 weeks ago, right? Found a hidden gem in the business, and he just hit P600, right? And he knows he calls me hey, Ray, I'm sorry, bro. You don't have to apologize. This is why we're here. So leverage the system to your advantage, right? Until you're the person that's being leveraged. Understand, you have to follow, and then you're going to be the leader by default. Imagine you hit P2000 off of promoting. You have no choice but to be the person in the headlight after that, in the spotlight, right? Also understand, guys, we're doing all these methods, right? Posting on IG is going to get people interested, right? Being consistent, giving people value. All this stuff is going to get people interested. But what's going to keep people in your business long term is the relationship that you build with them. Understand, you have to build the relationship up with every single solitary person that comes into your business, at least that you sign up, right? There's also, obviously, there's going to be a couple people that you don't always get to, especially when you have thousands of people. But you should make an effort to talk to everybody in your business. Because what y'all don't understand is that you can single-handedly extend the stay of anybody in your business if you personally talk to them. You may have seen somebody come into your business, they came and left, and you're wondering why they left, but you never personally reached out to them. Understand, you can personally extend the stay of everybody you decide to reach out and personally build a relationship with. It's a lot harder to give up on a business partner, or it's a lot harder to give up on a friend than it is a business partner, or just a coworker or associate. If you realize the people that run the hardest with you in this entire business, think about this. Really sit down and think about this, especially the people that's P600, P1000, P2000. The people that are running the hardest with you in the business are the people that feel like they're your closest friends in the business. Think about that, right? It's nobody that you don't know that's just turning up in his business. Because if you knew them, right, if they was turning up in your business, you would know them. But the people that are turning up in your business, you know them personally, and that's why they're running in the business. So you need to create an environment where everybody feels like they're in your inner circle. You have to create an environment where everybody feels like they can rely on you. You're the MVP of the team. If they need help with support, they need help with compliance, they need help with their logging in, they need help with the broker, they need help copying and pasting, they need help navigating the black, like that, you have to be able to do it all. Every chairman upline can do any type of training. You got to be able to show people how to use Sensei one day and show people how to place people in their back office the next. You got to be well-rounded, right? And then when we can create somebody else on our team that's well-rounded, that's how we tie all the loose ends. The problem is the people at the bottom of the business, right, the newest customers don't have all the information that we have. And that's the reason why the business isn't duplicated the way we want it to. But think about it, if everybody knew what you knew, everybody would be running the same way you're running, right? It's the same, that's what Matt Rosa said. If you knew what I knew, you would do what I do. So how do we make sure everybody knows what we know? If you're a P1000, you're on the phone with all your P600s and P150s. P2 and threes, newest customers. You have to do it, right? If you're a P5 or a chairman, you got to be on the phone with your P2s, your P1s, your P600s. Because they're going to tie all the loose ends, especially if you don't know the newest customers that's coming into your business, right? If you're a P150, P600, make small group chats, small iMessage groups, right? Don't make an entire new group chat from Telegram or something, because that's going to dilute the value, right? Imagine if they could all get in on one signal that's sent at one time, rather than the signal being copied and pasted, and then the signal gets sent 10 minutes late to this group chat, then they get a bad entry. Like, no, that's not going to work, right? Don't make an entirely new chat. But what you can do, make a small iMessage chat. Every time you get on Go Live, make sure the people on your team hop on. Every time you get a signal, make sure they take it. Hey, guys, you got $100 in your account? All right, bet. Use 0.05 on this trade. You about to risk like $20. You're going to risk like $10. It's cool, right? Really break the mold, right? And start breaking the ice And that's going to convince, right? That's going to help your P150s get uncomfortable and help them build relationships. Understand, like, you may not have the closest relationship with the newest customer as you do a P600. But guess what? If the P150 is building the relationship with the same integrity and with the same, right, with the same ethics and the same core values that the chairman leaders and the P5s and the P2s are telling them to, right? You're building the culture from the top down, and you don't even have to speak to everybody because the information and the direction is going through the chain of command, right? That's how it really has to go. That's why I've always advocated for people, look, you ain't got to delete your chat. Like, you're a P2000. Why are you going to delete your own chat? You need to duplicate, right? But as long as we stay connected in leadership, right? As long as we develop people as leaders, because you can't stop a leader from being a leader. If somebody knows they're a leader, they're going to do what they want to do. But as long as we can direct them so they can run in the right direction, you don't want nobody running this way and they running off course. We just got to put people in position. Hey, bro, I see you struggling with this. You should do more trainings on this so people get what they want. They came here to learn how to trade. Stop forcing the building so much. Put them on a basics training, show them how to navigate the platform, follow up with them for a full week and see how much money they make. Make them take every trade for a full week. Oh, they made $100, let them withdraw. When that bank account hit their pocket, when that withdrawal hit their bank, now there's nothing stopping somebody from committing to what you want them to do. They came in, you under-promised and you over-delivered. Yeah, I say, yeah, bro, we're going to bring you in. You know, we're going to help you make money, man. You got a full system. You know, all you're going to have to copy and paste. You know, we got a full system. It's an earn while you learn. Okay, cool. But once they get started, you treating their success like it's your own success. You over-deliver. You do extra. So they give you all of their trust. All right? And when you get their trust, now instead of only 10% building, you'll probably get 50-50. That's how you get the person that you least expected to start promoting, or the person that you least expected to run with you, they run it because you gave them what they want. Think about it, guys. If you're building this business, you probably didn't want to build from day one. It probably took some of y'all 30, 60, 90 days to get comfortable enough sharing this opportunity. So why do we not give everybody that same grace period? We need to stop only working with the people that want to run. That's the reason your business not growing. You talking to the same people every day. I challenge you to talk to somebody else. I challenge you to talk and go find new hidden gems in your business. I challenge you to go out and go give consistent value. Value is something as simple as showing people a breakdown of the platform. Hey, you guys, what's going on? It's your boy, Wallstreet Ray. I just want to show y'all, this is the Harmonic Scanner. This is how easy it would have been to make X amount of dollars depending on this lot size. The same way you make $50 is the same way you make 500, guys. If you come in and use this strategy consistently, you see you could have made this. Let people see what's actually going on so they feel comfortable actually plugging in. People don't know what's going on. They see pips, they see these charts, they see all these screenshots, but they have yet to see you and hear an explanation on what the hell is going on. They want to hear you. They know you. They follow you. So the screenshots are cool, but when are you going to put your face on video and give value to somebody? Because I'll tell you right now, you're not going to hit Chairman 10 without speaking to somebody. In front of a screen, in front of a crowd, you're going to have to speak to somebody. So you might as well start doing it now. I was an introvert. I get it. I was never the talkative person. But I understood if I could challenge myself to do something as little as talk, and that make me rich, who am I to remain the same person when my mom is still working? Who am I to remain the same person when I haven't secured the family crown yet? Yeah, some of y'all walking around acting like y'all generation is straight for the rest of y'all, like for the rest of your life, as if your bloodline is set, like y'all royalty or something, right? If my mom, like, yo, if I don't do it, my child is gonna struggle. My unborn children will struggle if I don't go out and do this. So forget about your comfort zone. Like, it's supposed to be uncomfortable. Understand, this is a prerequisite for you getting what you want. You have to go through trials and tribulations. It's the same growing pains you went through when you was a kid. When your legs hurt, your feet hurt, your back hurt, everything was hurting. But when you went through it, you became bigger, stronger, faster, all of these things. Realize every change has to go through some type of uncomfortable stage, right? But that's okay. You should want to be uncomfortable. The more uncomfortable, that's good. The more challenges you go through, that's good. Like, this is going to be another story I'm going to be able to tell on the other side. Like, you should want to fail as much as possible, right? Fail as much as you can with proper technique, right? Now, if you get on a call and people tell you no, like, okay, that's fine, right? But you want to get as many no's as possible with excellent execution. Because if you're getting a bunch of no's with a perfect presentation, I guarantee you're going to get a lot of yeses, right? And understand, if you do this the right way, guys, you don't even have to get any no's, right? When I break this opportunity down to people, they tell me yes, or they tell me when they get their money. I don't get any no's because the opportunity is broken down in such an effective way, you can't tell me no. It's too many facts for you to say no. What are you saying no to? I'm proving to you that this is real. Yeah, your friends, your mom, your dad, they said, hey, only so few people become successful in those things, don't you know? Like I said it, I'll say it. I'm going to say this on every call I ever do for the rest of my life. I will take I will take a slim chance before a no chance any day. Who cares if it's a slim chance of people making millions of dollars in this industry? I've never met anybody making $1 million working a 9 to 5. So pick your poison. Pick your poison. This is your life. Like, time ain't gonna pause for you to sit down and figure this thing out. But the people that make decisions now, and they make them fast, and they make them decisively, those are the people that live the life of their dreams. Successful people make up their mind fast, and they change their mind slow, right? When I heard this opportunity, I signed up. And it's taken everything in the world for me to change my mind. Because I'm not going to change my mind. That's a successful trait. Unsuccessful people make up their mind slow. These are people you got to beg for months and months and months and months just to get started. But the moment they get started, the first obstacle they go through, they quit. They change their mind fast. Unsuccessful people change their mind very fast. But they make up their mind slow. So I'm going to challenge you to be like a successful person. Make up your decision quick that you're going to be in this thing for the next 12 months. Make up in your mind right now. And change your mind slow. Do not change your mind at all. Because your success is already done. That's what you got to understand. Regardless if you go out to make millions of dollars, or regardless if you just go out and live a regular life, it's going to all be predicated on what you're doing right now. Ain't nobody holding you back. Ain't nobody against you, right? God didn't want me to be a chairman and not you. You have to really look at your life and realize that every action that you do is going to result to the end zone, like to the end, right? Like, you really have to stay focused on every action that you're going through and doing right now, because everything matters. We all got the same 24 hours, right? The difference is what are you doing when the sun go down? What are you doing in the late hours of the night? We was up here at the trade house till 4 a.m, grinding. People on calls, people doing webinars. I watched Renee do a call till like 4 a.m, 3, 4 a.m. That's the difference. While they sleep, we work. So don't be afraid to be different. Don't be afraid to be the person that got to sacrifice going out. Don't be afraid to be the person that got to sacrifice a couple birthday parties, a couple holidays. You know what I'm saying? Don't be afraid, because everything that you sacrificing is going to come back tenfold. Everything that I sacrificed, every dollar I sacrificed, it all came back. And when they come back, you don't even think about the sacrifice anymore, because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. You're making so much money back, you can't even spend it. Are you really thinking about the sacrifice at that point? No, it was all worth it. It all made sense. It don't make sense to you right now because you're going through it. It only makes sense in hindsight, right? But if you can train yourself to see the end right now, if you could train yourself to ignore what's happening around you, ignore what the trading accounts say, ignore what the back office say, and just focus on the end in mind, watch how the universe pieces it all together. It's almost be like magic. You're going to get phone calls that just feel like magic. People going to join your business. It'll be like, oh, that was just the perfect time. You're going to get into certain trades. It's going to like, oh, man, I needed that trade. I was down, and on Thursday night, I took a trade and doubled my account at the end of the week. Like, everything just starts happening when you focused on it, and when you know that you know that you know that you know that it's already done. I always talk about this, guys. How hard will you go if you had no doubt? How hard would you go if you had no doubt in what it is that you was doing? That's the only thing stopping you. You don't think this is going to work. Let's be honest. If you're not posting on your page, you don't think it's worth it. That's why. If you don't use good risk management, it's because you don't trust the compound process. If you're not getting on Go Live, it's because you don't have faith that you're learning valuable information. That's the reason you're not plugging in. Because if you had optimum faith in what it is that you was doing, you wouldn't let any opportunity pass. That's the difference. That's the difference. You letting too many opportunities pass. Because you'll let somebody walk right by you, right? But somebody that's focused on Chairman 10, they'll see that person as a potential prospect, and they'll talk to that person. And then the person that's focused on success, they'd be like, oh, it just happened that way. But the person that's not focused on it, they think, oh man, it's too hard. It ain't nobody in my area. Oh man, the people around me too skeptical. Oh man, like it just ain't gonna work. Oh, I got in too late. I should have got in 2 years ago when I first heard about it. I should have did. It's always an excuse. But it's all because of how you're thinking. Where you don't see opportunity, other people see opportunity. Why is that? It's all about how you're thinking. So really understand, guys, change the way you think and everything around you will change. It's simple and plain as that. All you got is what you got. There's no reason to compare yourself to Jordan. Who cares if you missed out on Gold Gap? Like, you can't compare your journey to anybody else. Who cares if you missed out on a promo? You can't compare yourself to anybody else. All you have is what you have right in front of you. Whether you got a lot of resources or whether you barely have any. If you focus, you can make something out of the pieces that you have. You got to play the hand that you was dealt, right? You can't complain about it because complaining about it will not change your situation at all, right? You just got to work with what you got, family. Work with what you got and turn it into the masterpiece and the life that you desire, right? Because I'm telling you, it's already done, guys. Like, it's crazy seeing the people in this business starting to have success. I talked about it yesterday, I believe, when we was on the call. I talked about how me and Manny was at that first event together, my first event anyway. He's making $1,000 a month. We took a picture. There's 7 of us in the picture. 5 people quit, and the only 2 people that's left was me and Manny. And we're the only 2 people in the picture that was actually Chairman 10s. And like I say this every call because it's such a renowned fact to me. Like, what does that mean? Like, I wasn't the best dressed. I was the only person that didn't have a suit on. Like, I had no money. I was broke. Like, looking at me, you wouldn't have thought I would have been a chairman at the time. But I outlasted everybody around me. Like, what you gonna do when everybody start dropping? It's the sad reality. I hope y'all stick around, but if we being honest, a lot of y'all on this call are not gonna be here 6 months from now. Like, I challenge you to be one of the people that stick around. I challenge you to be the person that's like, that's okay with sacrificing, okay, like pushing through when it just don't make sense, when you just not seeing the end. Because that's when you're going to really get to have your breakthrough. Understand, you cannot lose until you accept defeat. If you blow your account and you get back in the academy, you didn't lose. If people left your business, but you still building, you didn't lose. Think about it. You cannot lose until you accept defeat, until you throw in the towel. Until you stop paying your subscription, until you stop getting on Go Live calls, until you stop posting, until you stop showing up. That's when you defeat it. That's when you defeat it, right? So as long as we keep going, family, there's no way that we can experience defeat. I'm so happy and grateful now that we have over 20 plus chairmen in this organization by September 4th. I know it's already done. Jordan is making that C500 run. I already know. At the end of the day, regardless if it's y'all or if it's other people that he's finding, whether it's the leaders on this call, like, it's going to happen, right? I just want you guys to be the ones that's benefiting, the ones that's experiencing the success. Because understand, Jordan ain't going to hit Chairman 25, Chairman 50 without numerous people leveling up on this call. So I want everybody to really envision themselves as the next person. If you're a P600, you need to be seeing yourself as a P2000 right now. If you're a P2000, you need to be seeing and walking and acting as a C10 right now. That's the only way you're going to manifest it, guys. So with that said, I don't want to talk too long. I know we've been on for a little over an hour. With that said, I'm just super grateful, man. Like, it's amazing because, you know, a lot of people, they don't stay in things long enough to get the results. You know, me being in this business now for 2.5 years, I'm almost going into my 3rd year, and just to see, like, you know, one of my best friends from childhood just hit Platinum 5,000 today. You know, we got Kyle at P5 chairman loading. We're about to actually pop like 3 more P5. So it's just crazy to see how it's happening and understanding, guys, that it ain't just about you, you know. Like, you know, I'm not even thinking about my next rank when I'm seeing all these people pop their ranks. You know what I'm saying? It's just about getting, you know, obviously you might start for yourself, but once you start making money and you realize that money is just a vehicle and an object to help other people, it's all about other people, man. And if you can adopt that mentality right now, even before, you know, you start making money or before you have the huge team, it's going to just build that team, you know, with integrity and with the right culture from the start, from the get-go, you know. With that said, you know, I want to talk y'all head off, man. I appreciate y'all for tuning into this call. I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to my boy Jordan. Like I said, brother, I appreciate you. Can we please get some C25s in the chat for my boy Jordan Eckel, please? You know, he deserves it, man. This dude gives so much value. He pours into people. Y'all already know, like, his door is always open. If y'all ever in Colorado, like, this is somebody that'll, you know, take care of you, you know, just put you on, you know, a lot of information. One of the smartest people that I know. So, like I said, man, just know I truly appreciate you, man. You changed my life. You know, you as much as a mentor to me as, you know, as you feel I am to you. So I'm going to go ahead and pass it back to you. I appreciate y'all. Peace.
Appreciate you, Ray. Bro, so much love and appreciation for you, man. I remember when literally we just got started and just seeing you reach out and text me, you know, just the littlest details, man, you know, just showing that you're always there. I really appreciate that. You know, fire training, guys, tonight. We got some really good information and really insight from, you know, Mr. Wallstreet Ray, bro. Just shout out to you, bro. Shout out to you. Just no words can explain, bro. Just thank you, bro. Thank you. And, you know, we're pretty much going to end it off like that. We're pretty much just going to end it off like that. You know, shout out to, I see Gabe Burgos on the call. What's good? What's going on? I see Hassan's on the call. You know, just what's going on? What's going on? Oh, now the cameras are coming on. The cameras on the call. Hey, guys, listen, man, if you have my number, you know, just reach out. Like I said, I've been saying this over and over. Just reach out. My boy K-Rob in the back. He's very excited. He's very excited. He just hit Chairman 10 in the spiritual realm. So
thank you.
You know that it's already done. So you know that it's already done, guys. And that's just how it works. You got to get there spiritually in your mind way before you get there physically. And you'll quite literally step into that image of yourself, you know, see yourself just a little bit differently. And, you know, we'll see you guys at the top, man. You already know, as my boy Mr. Wealthy Bibb says, because the bottom is way too crowded. And we'll see you guys on Wednesday. Much love, everyone. Much love. We're going to go ahead. Is that too loud? That's too loud. I don't want to be too loud for you guys. Can you guys hear it? Can you guys hear the music? No? I don't know if you guys can hear it, but we're playing some nice music right now. I see a lot of ETs on the call with the cameras on. That's all I know. I don't know too much, but I know that. ET's on the call. Let's go. My boy BP's on the call. Shout out to you. What's good, Samir? Congratulations to all of you for reaching the success. It's already done. It's already done. Hashtag it's already done on the next post.